Hey everyone, back to do another little video. Um, got the motor mount plate welded in. It has bolts in it to just hold it, you know, but it's I don't have the nuts on there or anything. The bolts are kind of old, so I want to replace those for the mounting the motor to the plate. I do have this chain here. It's too big for what I'm doing here. If you look right here, you can see this space here. See that space there? That's actually a lot of space in there. A lot. The one I was going to use is this one here. Now, this one would have been ideal. However, it's too short. So I'm going to have to order a couple more chains. If I have to, I'll go ahead and put them together and take off what I don't need. Right here, instead of doing the elbow that came across, well, actually, before it actually came across over here, I decided having it right there like that probably isn't the greatest idea. Now, I still might do it. I don't know. I haven't really decided, but having it come out and go this way, which I try to do, would have worked, but the throttle cable here wasn't enough. So I was like, well, hell, you know. So I just put a piece of that aluminum pipe. I polished it up, as you can see there. I polished it and just put that on there, just for now. Let's see. And this exhaust pipe is actually really good. I mean, look at the spacing between that and the frame. It's actually really good. I was quite surprised, that it came out so nice. Now, the inside of it, even though I cut here and here to make this bend, I took the Dremel and cleaned it up in there, so it's super smooth in there. So just figured I'd mention that. Let's see. Tachometer's on. Actually, it bolts on the back, and quite nice actually. Got the brake line kind of mounted down for the most part, as you can see there. I still haven't got the brake on because I don't have the rotor or the rotor hub. Um, I'll get that later. Let's see. So, oh yeah. I also need to get a shorter bolt for this. I'll work on that also later. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Let's see. Of course, I have to replace the tire. Um, Replace the rim, replace the hub, replace the axle, because everything there that I'm using is kind of, well, it's old, except for the tire. The tire's new, but everything else is old and just worn down and beat up, and well, that ain't gonna that ain't gonna work too well. So I have to replace all that. Probably go with an 8x8 rim, and the tire, well, that's still up in the air, kind of. As you can see here, I was working on polishing up the motor a little bit. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but I was working on it a little bit. It's pretty clean. So I was working on that. I did order a fuel pump for it. The little fitting. Normally, the fitting for the Pulse would go basically right here. However, I already got that tapped and used JB Weld to put that bolt in so it doesn't come out. And other people, they tap, drill a hole in the engine case here and tap it and put the fitting there. And I'm like, I am not going to do that. But other people, they drill the hole here and they put the fitting there. You know, so I was like, well, that's a much better idea. I mean, technically, it's a much better idea. Oh, look at that. Oh, got the valve springs and all that, the rocker arms and all that. Got those adjusted. Let's see. Got that done. But what I noticed here, if you look, got this here a little bit, it's not seated on there properly. I'll have to go back and, let me see. Yeah. I'll go back and get that done. You know, all I gotta do is pull it out and get it seated on there properly. No big deal. I'll take care of that. Now down here, I'm still debating bringing the pegs further out. Maybe right about here, which would mean doing more metal fabricating, welding, and all that. I'd have to take these off, cut that, get another bolt. I'll probably end up just drilling out the threads because these are aluminum and, you know, they strip out so easy. So I'll drill it out like I did the other side and put a nut in there. I think that's a much better idea. This side here doesn't have the nut, that just screwed on. So, I mean, let's see. Yeah. They're loose. Yeah, go figure. So, I'll end up working on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to reposition them yet or not. Maybe, but I don't know. I want to see how all of this right here does. Now, more than likely make a cover that, oops, sorry, there you go, that mounts to this, these two holes here. I'll make a cover that just comes out, drops down, and there we go. So I'll probably end up doing that eventually. I don't know when or whatever, but more than likely I'll get that done. Because I know these things they have a tendency to heat up. And the one that I want, you know, even if it doesn't heat up, which I know it will, it doesn't feel good when you accidentally bring your foot back, you know, and accidentally hit that. Oof, not good. So anyhow, there's that. Now, this here, it is pretty darn short, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you roughly, if I can, how short this here is. Now, the ground clearance with this, it's not, it has clearance. It has several inches. Well, maybe not several, but enough. It has enough clearance. All right, so I'm sitting down on this. It's stretched. Don't get me wrong. This thing's stretched. So you have your feet here, you know, and you're basically like this, all right? Now, you want to do a little bit of racing, have a little bit of fun. Now, this is why I'm building this. I'm not building it for competition, compete. I'm building it for fun. I'm building it to see if I can. That's what I do all this for. You know, like my Trailmaster. I want to see if I can actually do it. So, that's why I'm building it. And it's fun too. It gives me something to do. So you want to get into some racing, you can get way down like this. You get way down and just take off and gun it, you know. And it's short, you know, there's no doubt. You know, it has excellent balance. You know, the balance, I was actually quite surprised. I was showing a friend, you know, and I put both feet on the pegs and hands on the bars, and I was balancing. Well, I did quite a bit of downhill mountain biking for years and cross country. So, you know, doing that little balance thing, you know, just at a dead stop, I got pretty good at it. Well, I'm not going to say good. I'm not going to toot my own horn, which of course is on that bike. But excellent balance, very good balance. You know, so, and of course the key is, you know, turn it on right here. You know, this button here, while this was going to either be a kill or a start button, well, that didn't work out too well. I'm not good with the whole electrical, you know, but anyhow, this button here, I don't know what I did with the one that was in it, but it's exactly like this. This one here is messed up. It's a little silver button right there. Yeah, so couldn't find the other one, so I was like, well, didn't have anything hooked up to it, so shoot, you know, I'll just stick this in there, and that way there ain't big gaping hole, you know, where it looks like something goes, you know. Yeah, so there's that, and I could put my phone right here, put the phone right there, you know, and tells the speed and all that. When using this, I have a helmet with a GoPro on the side, so I don't need to mount a GoPro to it. But the footage and all that, I take that, download it, do whatever, you know, cheesy editing that I do, and there we go. So anyhow, and standing up, this is how it is. You know, it's got length, it's real thin, it's not made for comfort in any way, shape, or form. You know, it's made to have fun. So there we go. It's coming along. It's a slow process, but it's coming along. Now, put the battery in right here. I'm thinking of doing what I did with this one here. Now, this one, I have two batteries in there connected into, you know, basically into one. Excellent cranking amps. Holy crap. I mean, when I put my original flywheel back in there, because I put the aluminum one in this one. So I went to, you know, crank the key, sucker fired up like that. I was like, oh shit. It's like super late at night. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and this thing is loud. You know, of course, you know, camera does it no justice, but you all know that. Now with this one, I ordered a catch can for it. Some little Dremel bits for polishing. I think that's about it for right now. Just gotta wait for the rest of the stuff to come in, and then I can start working on it some more. And I will see if I prefer having the carburetor facing forward see how much room I have and all that. And yeah, I'll see. Oh yeah, one more thing. My hands are not my hands, but they're real dirty. Um, Down here now, I was thinking, what kind of chain tensioner do I want to do? Now, one thing that I can do, and I have it right up on top of that toolbox, is weld a nut right here. And I have four nuts, two bolts. I can put one nut here, one over here, and take that bolt thread through, and it'll push on the motor. You loosen it up down there, and you can push it with those bolts. And then it has another bolt where you can tighten it down, just like a chain tensioner on the back. So I was thinking, I can do that, or I could have some fun and build myself another chain tensioner that goes up here. Cost me a little bit more cash, but hey, this thing's costing me quite a bit so far. I figured, shoot, why stop now? So anyhow, there we go. Wanted to show you guys and let you guys check this beast out, and there we are. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to y'all later.